And good morning. Welcome to Community Voice. Today is March 22nd. I'm your host, Josh Engel. We are also live streaming this program on our WLBB Facebook page. So feel free to hop on the stream and type in any questions or comments you might have for our illustrious guests today. Our guests today are from Oak Mountain Academy. We have Patrick Yuran, head of school, Andrew Carnes, the upper school dean, Kimberly Robinson, the Journeys coordinator, as well as student Brandon Bain, who is a junior at Oak Mountain Academy. We have a lot to talk about today. Primarily, we're going to be focusing on the personalized academic journeys, but we're also going to be talking about some, not just the Journeys program, but also scholarships as well as the student experience. So we'll be talking about essentially all sides of the personalized academic journeys. How about we start out first with our guest's role on the mountain? We'll start with Patrick Yuran.
Good morning, Josh. How are you?
Good morning, Patrick. Thank you for joining us, and congratulations again on a great production of Still Magnolias.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. That was a fun experience. Thanks for having us on the show today. We really appreciate it. I think everyone pretty much already knows by now I'm the head of school at Oak Mountain Academy, and I've been there now for 5 years. It's hard to believe it's been 5 years. And during that time period, we've had many wonderful things happen on the mountain. And one of the things coming out of the pandemic would really be the exploration of our academic programming, which is why we're here today to talk about our academic journeys. But I'm thrilled to be here and can't wait to share some information with you.
Excellent. Well, thank you for joining us again. We'll throw it over to Andrew Carnes. He's the upper school dean. Andrew, tell us a bit about your role on the mountain.
Sure. So, good morning. Well, I've been at Oak Mountain since 2012. It's about 10 years now, a little over that. And I came in as a math and science teacher, and then I've now moved up the way to being a dean, and I've also helped with our academic programming along the way. So part of that has been also coming up with things like these academic journeys, but also helping students navigate their way through so they can get what they need so when they move on to college, they're ready and prepared for what they want to do in life. So it's a big part of my job. Love it. I'm also a parent there. I have my daughter there at the kindergarten, so love Oak Mountain. Yeah.
Multiple generations of in the Oak Mountain family.
Yeah.
Let's throw it over to Kimberly Robinson. She is the Journeys coordinator. Could you tell us a bit about your role on the mountain?
Well, I am retiring from public education and looking forward to going into the private school area for this next year. I've taught for 30 years in business education, and I'm looking forward to taking that experience that I have and putting it into the new entrepreneurial scholar journey, as well as overseeing all the journeys, making sure that students have the opportunity to choose their academic pathway.
Excellent. And given your experience, I can't imagine that would be a problem whatsoever, and I imagine you're looking forward to it.
Oh, yeah. I'm super excited to launch this new journey.
Excellent. Well, we also have, last but not least here at all, we have a junior at Oak Mountain Academy, Brandon Bain. Brandon, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
How are you and your family doing?
We're doing good.
Excellent. Mm-hmm. Excellent. Well, tell us a bit about your role on the mountain as a junior. Well,
my role on the mountain is a leadership role. I'm the SGA president, so we watch out for the students. We look after the students. If a student has a problem or something we want to change, they come to us. We host events for the students. We just, as a junior, you are a leader on the mountain, and we take that at full effect. We lead stuff and whatnot, and that's really my role at the mountain.
Excellent. Rising tides raise all ships, keeping all students on a level, a standard of excellence.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, so glad to have you in the show today. First time on the program, or you're actually your second time on the program, but you didn't get a coffee cup last time.
I did.
So I'm glad we got you hooked up today. Patrick, why don't we throw it back over to you? If you could introduce to us a bit about the personalized academic journeys and the brand drivers.
Absolutely. So one of the things that we are constantly doing on the mountain is speaking with our families and our parents and surveying them and asking them why they came to Oak Mountain Academy and what needs to be in our community in order for you to stay at Oak Mountain Academy. And so what has come out of that would be 4 really main reasons why our families choose Oak Mountain Academy as the right educational choice for them. The first one is academic excellence. When you look at our academic programming, when you look at our test scores, the ERB scores, the PSAT, the ACT, the SAT, and the AP scores, not only do we outscore the state average across the board, we also outscore the national average almost yearly in every category across the board. We have an average graduating class size of 12, and those students over the last 5 years have collectively earned over $10.5 million in scholarship offers to go to the colleges of their choice. So the academic programming is really the crown jewel within our community. And then, of course, the next reason is going to be our faith-based education. We focus on service, really, within our community as the primary way to teach how to be good citizens within our community, and that's really what we are. So it's a faith-based, not a religious-based. It's about how do you be a leader within your community and how do you give back within your community. The third reason is our dynamic opportunities. Although we average about 200 students on the mountain every year, we have a full sports program, we have an arts program, we have honor societies, we have clubs, we have all the same things that other schools have, but when you only have 200 students, they participate at a higher level. There's no A team, B team, and C team. There's the team, and everybody starts, which is a wonderful thing for us on the mountain. And then the last main reason really would be the fact that it's a family environment. And so everybody knows one another on the mountain, and that promotes a feeling of safety because we know who your kids are hanging out with on the weekends, who they're sitting next to in class, and what they're doing over summer break. And they all do these things together. And so it really is one big family community. So when talking with our families coming out of the last couple of years of COVID, doing assessments on where we are, one of the things that really came to light is the fact that our academic programming is strong, has been strong, and will continue to be strong. And so what does the next wave of education look like in the world? And so much of that is rooted in innovation, and so much of that is rooted in critical thinking and problem solving. And so much of that is also rooted in leadership, students taking hold in charge of their own academic experience. So we got together with some students and with some community members and with faculty and staff and local business leaders, and we sat down at the table and started to talk about what these students need to have in their educational experience in order to really be leaders in the world. And so from that evolved these personalized academic journeys that we have for our students. And Mr. Carnes is a key component in helping us drive that. And so we have those launched this spring, and we're ready to go to offer these in the fall for next year.
Excellent. Well, time is 8:37. We're going to go ahead and take our first commercial break. But when we come back, we will continue our conversation with Oak Mountain Academy as we discuss personalized academic journeys and a lot more. So stay with us.
Health is a journey. It's making better choices, even when it's not easy. It's taking care of yourself and the people you love. At Tanner Health System, we're there for you with every step, with primary care, heart care, cancer care, women's care, orthopedics, surgical services, and so much more. We're dedicated to helping you live and feel your best. So let's get on that journey to health. You've got places to be for many years to come. Find us at tanner.org.
I'm Michael Flynn, Oak Mountain Academy class of 1978.
Katie Flynn, class of 2010.
Justin Flynn, class of 2014.
Logan Flynn, class of 2019.
And I'm Marnie Flynn, current teacher at OMA.
My uncle Richard Orm Flynn, a founding father of Oak Mountain Academy, had a vision to see students become confident leaders who hold a faith-based value system in an academically rigorous environment. We are proud to celebrate 60 years of fulfilling my uncle's vision.
Our family invites you to visit the campus or oakmountain.us today.
And we're back to Community Voice. Time is 8:38. Date is March 22nd. I'm your host, Josh Engel. We are live streaming today's program on our WLBB Facebook page. So if you have any questions or comments for our guest, feel free to type those in. Those guests are Patrick Yuran, head of school at Oak Mountain Academy. We also have Andrew Carnes, the upper school dean, Kimberly Robinson, the Journeys coordinator, and Brandon Bain, a junior at Oak Mountain, who is also, I just learned, the very first student in this program, the Personalized Academic Journeys program, and the rest that we have been chatting about. If you are just tuning in, be sure to check out the full episode. Go back and watch the first segment as well, and then you can be caught up completely. So how about we pick up where we left off with Upper School Dean Andrew Carnes.
Sure. So as Patrick was mentioning, we have those 4 brand drivers, and part of these personalized journeys, those dynamic opportunities really start to stand out, right? Being so small, we have to be agile and change often, and usually on a dime when things need to happen. And COVID, we can't ignore. That was a good example of how we could do that. We were able to shift and adjust to meet our students' needs where they were needed for that moment. But that also showed us that now we can also evolve and adapt in ways that maybe we didn't think about before. And so when that happened, we kind of went back to the drawing board of saying, well, what can we do new? So before that, what we'd been doing for scheduling for students is oftentimes they would say, I'm interested in this course, or I'm interested in learning more about this topic, or that I want to go to college to major in this or this specific college. And we'd kind of gear everybody's schedules of what they were going to take around that, and then tailor it to everyone we had, and then fit the staff where we could and meet those places when you need to. But with this, one thing that we kind of get lost in that is for a new parent coming in, or say an 8th grader stepping up to a freshman, they could often get lost in that. There's a lot of ways to manipulate that, and sometimes they didn't know what to advocate for or what not to advocate for. So that could be kind of difficult for them. So in our conversations we were having with parents in those surveys, we were finding out that parents needed a little bit more guidance and help to figure out how to get what they want to it, but then also how they can still tailor what they need, not be rigid. So that, and to keep that academic excellence high too for their students. So that got us to these personalized academic journeys that we're doing. So we're still personalizing the academics that students need and parents want, and that you want to accomplish your goals, but we're helping giving you a little bit more of a framework to help you see how you can achieve that. So the first one that we saw come out of it was the AP Scholar. Our students take on average, I think it's 4 APs their time there typically, but we offer up to 16. And many students take more than that. So, I mean, it's really up to them to take what they want to, but many were already accomplishing that goal. So that was one journey we helped highlight for parents. Here's one that we're already doing that a lot want to do, and here's the ways those can kind of hash out, and there's a lot of them. The next one was world languages came out of it. We have several students that want to go through doing Spanish 1 through 4 in AP, or French 1 through 4 in AP. So that here's something else you can do that we already have on the plate that you can take, and here's how that looks for you too, and what you can shift around to make that work. But then for the new things we wanted to do, that became the entrepreneur journey. The innovation part of it was the big driver of that conversation. We saw, hey, we need students to be able to solve problems and figure out how to adapt and innovate in the world to come, but they can't do that without being able to support themselves too. And that's kind of came out of the conversations with the students, with the parents, and with the faculty too, of what was kind of needed. And that became our new journey. And then lastly, we have the customized academic journey. So if any of those three don't still fit, but you still need to accomplish this goal, we can still sit down and tailor a journey to you to help you figure out what you need to accomplish. And so that's kind of how we drove all of those and came to these journeys that we have now that we're talking about today.
Excellent. I got to ask, sidebar.
Yeah.
When you were at Oak Mountain, did you take Spanish or French?
No, I didn't go to Oak Mountain. I've been teaching there since.
Oh, you've been teaching there. I got you. All right. What about your child?
They're doing Spanish, yeah, in their grades. So they do Spanish starting in pre-K 4, I believe it is.
That's so awesome. Learning a new language is it just completely rewires your mind. In my case, I learned it, but I also forgot it. So, but the wires are still there. So It'd be nice to pick that up. Good for her. That's exciting. Mm-hmm. Well, let's throw it over to Kimberly Robinson. No better person to speak about the personalized academic journeys. She is the coordinator for the Journeys program. Take it away, Kimberly. I know that you have a lot of insight and are working very hard on this entrepreneurial track, as well as the others. If you could tell us a bit about these.
Well, I'll be coming in for the next school year and be overseeing all these journeys. I'm looking forward to really putting my business education background into the entrepreneurship one. That one's the one that I'm going to be teaching and really excited about.
Let's talk about that some. Let's talk about a bit about your experience before tackling this.
Okay, so this is my 30th year teaching. I have been in public schools my entire time. I have taught both at the high school level and the middle school level, so I've taught grades 6 through 12 in my career. I have taught business classes, computer classes, business law.
Business law?
A little bit,
yeah.
Desktop publishing, and then recently been put into where I'm doing computer science. So I've got the computer science endorsement and doing some computer science work with my current students now.
Excellent. So you have tons of experience in these in this scope of a variety of topics that work perfectly for this particular track, this journey. So apologies. Continue. I just wanted to make sure we flesh that out. But as you were saying, continue.
But I'm really excited because my goal is to ensure that all the students get the opportunity that they want, that they know, kind of learn who they are, what they are, and what they want to do, and use these journeys to kind of help them just propel themselves forward in life. And in the entrepreneurship, I want to teach them the business skills as well as the skills to succeed in whatever they want to do in life. Just give them those knowledge, technology, just life skills.
Absolutely, because as Patrick and Andrew were mentioning earlier, it's important to be able to, you take and apply what you learn. But in today's world, and pretty much all of our histories, this world's history, you got to be able to provide for yourself and for your family. So would this essentially help set up students with these skills? So let's say they were to move to a new town, they would have the knowledge necessary to possibly, hey, if they want to, kids on this track, to maybe start their own business right there. They could take something that they're good at and put it together.
Oh, absolutely, because one of the things that we're going to talk about is that marketing mix, where they learn about, what's already in the market and what they have to offer and how it's going to impact, what's there, and, do they have competition, so they'll be learning a lot of skills to help them make those decisions.
That's wonderful. Wonderful. And so you will be primarily focusing on the entrepreneurial, or you will be working on all of these?
I will be focusing on the entrepreneurial because I'll be teaching those classes, but I will be overseeing all of them and making sure that the students are getting what they need.
Excellent.
So Josh, one of the interesting things that came out of this process is that when we surveyed the students, we learned that somewhere between, I don't remember the exact number, but between 85 to 90% of the students either wanted to work in corporate America or they wanted to start their own business. And so having the ability to have a training program, not only through the entrepreneurial one, but also through the AP Scholar one in the world language, teaching them the skills that they're going to need to figure out what questions to ask. So much about innovative instruction now is about designing a program that teaches students to ask questions.
That critical thinking.
That critical thinking piece. Because if you can come up with the right question to ask, then you can assemble the right team to solve that problem and answer that question. So education, as we all know, is no longer about just disseminating information, but it's also teaching them what to do with the information once they've received it. And if you're going in the business track, you're going to need to know a little bit about finance. You're going to need to know a little bit about law. You're going to need to know a little bit about marketing. And you're going to need to know a little bit about product design. And so all of these programs, not just the entrepreneurial one, but the AP Scholar one and the world language one, also foster those skills that are needed. Mm-hmm. So regardless of what track you go into, you're going to receive an innovative approach to your instruction in all of these different pathways and tracks. And then the fourth one that Andrew had mentioned, the customized academic scholar, because we have a variety of courses we offer in-house, we also have a variety of online virtual courses students can take, and we also have a dual enrollment program which we partner with different colleges and universities. So between all of those academic resources, anyone that comes into Oak Mountain Academy would have the opportunity to sit down and lay out what they want their journey experience to be like on the mountain, and then we can supplement with in-house, virtual, and dual enrollment to make that happen. So although we have outlined the AP Scholar, because we do offer a variety of AP courses, and we also have outlined the world language, a lot of schools will have a business type of a pathway. Ours is specifically an entrepreneurial journey. But that customized piece is something that that we've done for quite a while, that we realized a lot of people didn't know that we did that. And so if you come to Oak Mountain Academy and you enter the Journeys program, then you've got basically a pathway to lay out your own academic journey and your experience.
Time is 8:48. We're going to go ahead and take our second commercial break. But when we come back, we will wrap up our conversation with Oak Mountain Academy's Patrick Yuran, Andrew Carnes, Kimberly Robinson, and student Brandon Bain. All that and more when we come back.
Health is a journey. It's making better choices, even when it's not easy. It's taking care of yourself and the people you love. At Tanner Health System, we're there for you with every step, with primary care, heart care, cancer care, women's care, orthopedics, surgical services, and so much more. We're dedicated to helping you live and feel your best. So let's get on that journey to health. You've got places to be for many years to come. Find us at tanner.org.
As a believer in the power of education, we are called to set the standard by shaping and empowering the minds of future generations through quality education. Oak Mountain Academy embraces this philosophy, which is why my children attend this prestigious school. I am elated to serve on the OMA Board of Trustees, where together we prepare students and remind them to trust and believe in the power to transform the world. I'm Dr. Brandon Bain, inviting you to celebrate our 60-year legacy of academic excellence. Visit us at oakmountain.us.
And we're back to Community Voice. Time is 8:49 a.m. I'm your host, Josh Engel. Today's program is live streaming on our WLBB Facebook page. So if you have any questions or comments for our guests, please feel free to type those in. We only have about 10 minutes left in the program. Today, our guests from Oak Mountain Academy are Patrick Yuran, head of school, Andrew Carnes, upper school dean, Kimberly Robinson, the Journeys coordinator, as well as Brandon Bain, a junior and student at a junior at Oak Mountain Academy. Today, we've been chatting about the personalized academic journeys, the directions and guidance and critical thinking skills which are given to these students and to help personalize their journey as they go off into the real world and become immensely successful. So why don't we start right with Brandon Bain, a student at Oak Mountain Academy. He's a junior. So you actually are going to be, I believe, as Kimberly and I were just talking earlier, you are the very first student in this, I believe, the entrepreneurial tract.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I am the first student.
Well, tell us all about it. Tell us about why you're interested in it and what you're looking forward to and what you plan on taking from this. Just kind of give us the whole story from your perspective.
Well, why I'm excited to be a part of this program is because probably the first reason is because my parents, they're both entrepreneurs. They both started up their own business, so I will be able to understand, even though they teach me about stuff and tell me how they started, and when I'll be able to go deeper and knowing like what is a good business, what makes a good business, what steps you need to take to make a good business and whatnot.
I bet that it helps you feel closer to them too.
Yeah.
That's been a major part of your life.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, your parents are the reason I have this $1 million smile. So, I mean, Bain Dental.
Yeah.
So if you could, does that kind of help you relate to your parents more, understanding what they went through to help create this business?
It does, because sometimes they'll be talking about the business and I'll just be confused. I'm like, what are you guys talking about? And it's like, you wouldn't understand. You wouldn't understand. You don't understand yet. And so now me taking this class, I will be able to understand what they're talking about and maybe throw some ideas up or, help them problem solve. And so I'm really excited for that.
That's exciting because that kind of, you're now an active part of this. I mean, you can really provide information and really provide up-to-date information, no less. I mean, because I imagine the materials that you're going to be using is state-of-the-art, and you'll have this insight, and you can connect with them on that. So if you could tell us a bit more about what you're looking forward to in the program and perhaps your plans moving forward, ways you might want to apply what you've learned.
Well, what I plan moving, I probably... Wait, let me answer what was the first question?
Oh, sorry. What are you looking forward to in this in the entrepreneurial track?
Well, what I look forward to is just to learn about how the market is, what is booming, what's not, what is going down, what's going up, that stuff. Probably just like how to start it, or like how to start it. What do you do? How do you go? Do you go to the bank, ask for a loan? How would you just go about that, the financial part of it?
What's credit? Do you need a credit score to get the loan, mm-hmm. and all that goes into all these moving pieces that have to go into forming a business or just pursuing something like that, right?
Yes.
Absolutely. And, have you been nervous at all being one of the very first students in this program?
No, I'm not nervous. I'm excited. I'm very excited to go into the program and just learn about the business, learn about business side of everything.
That's great. Well, we're incredibly proud of you. This is exciting new development on the mountain. It's the next step in further personalizing the Oak Mountain experience and helping prepare you for a successful future. So you only have 1 year left. What are you looking forward to in your senior year?
What am I looking forward to my senior year? Probably I'm like the head of the high school, kind of.
Nice.
Under like the principal, when I'm really the head of the high school.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm looking forward to that. We have something called the senior lounge. I'm looking forward to chilling there.
Absolutely.
Take my naps between class.
Senior lunch.
Senior lunch. Every Wednesday we get to go out, eat food, and anywhere we want to go, check out.
If I see like a very nice like very nice, one of those Fraser-esque leather chairs. I'm going to bring it to the senior lounge so you can chill in it. You can have a scepter.
Thank you.
I'm keeping everything down. I'm just making sure everything's running smoothly.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And good luck also with the entrepreneurial track. I'm very excited to speak with you again in the next few months, next year or so, and kind of hear how that's working out and hear what that experience has been like.
Yes, sir.
Excellent. Well, Patrick, I know that you guys there are further steps to help make this accessible for everyone, not just everything we've been talking about today, but also the scholarship opportunities.
Yeah, so Oak Mountain Academy has always put a foot forward to try to make this educational experience affordable for any family that wishes to receive it, that's committed and devoted to our mission. And so one of the things that our board has recently done has decided to honor these students, not only the ones that are currently in the building, but some future ones that may want to come. So these scholarship opportunities are open not just to new students, but also to our current students in the building, where we recognize their academic success. And so we do have 4 new scholarships that we're offering this year. One is a head of school scholarship, and that's really rooted in leadership and academic success. And it's intended to be for those students who are strong academically, but are interested specifically in pursuing leadership on the mountain and then beyond, be future leaders within our community.
Possibly even the next future head of school.
Even the next future head of school, absolutely. And then another one that we have is the Alumni Scholarship. So our Alumni Association has come together and they have created a scholarship specifically for students who are in middle and or upper, who are interested in coming to Oak Mountain Academy or who are establishers of the new legacy of Oak Mountain Academy. And it's really geared towards those individuals who are truly mission-driven with our community of service, our academic excellence, who get involved actively on the mountain and who leave their mark in the fabric of our legacy. And so that's a new scholarship for students in middle and upper. And then we also have the Merit Scholarship. The Merit Scholarship for us is simply based on academics. If you are in that top 2% and you maintain that status and you maintain that level of academic success and academic rigor in the courses that you choose to take, then you would potentially qualify for the Merit Scholarship. And then the fourth one would be the Personalized Academic Journey Scholarship for students who really want to focus in and get a very specific journey that they want to go on. Anyone who enrolls in these journeys who is going to excel will be eligible potentially for one of the Personalized Academic Journey Scholarships. So these are not needs-based scholarships. These are academic merit and leadership-based scholarships.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very confusing time for all of us at this age. So if someone's ahead of the curve and they already sort of have an idea, that focus, what a great opportunity to have these funds allocated to help them to make this more accessible for them. They're so motivated and focused. Like, I didn't have that kind of focus. I wish I had.
I didn't either.
I wish I had. So, talk about preparing students for the future.
Well, and that's one of the things that we've noticed in the trend in education is these students decide at a much earlier age really what it is that they want to do. They may not necessarily know the career destination, but they can describe the career journey that they want to be on. And I didn't have that when I was their age. I kind of figured it out as I went along. But they're way ahead of where we were when we were in school at this particular time. So we're trying to do everything we can to support and nurture that. Students today are going to end up with 5, 6, 7 different career journeys before they actually hit that retirement stage.
And they're going to learn something from each one.
They are, and each one's going to link and build to the next. And the jobs and careers that they're going to have probably are not even established today. They're going to be new in the industry and the field. And so regardless of what journey they go on and regardless of where they go to study when they leave us, we want to make sure that they're prepared to excel in the careers that are not yet established. And by doing that, we are teaching skill sets.
Excellent. Well, we only have about 1 minute left. Do you have any final words for listeners regarding this or anything else?
I do. If you're interested in what it is that Oak Mountain Academy has to offer, I would go check out our website, www.oakmountain.us. You can feel free to call the school, 770-834-6651. We'd be happy to engage in discussions and conversations with you about what we're doing on the mountain. And the Oak Mountain Academy may be the right choice for you, and it may not be the right choice for you, but it also is a program that you may be interested in supporting. And so we would love to have conversations about what it is that we offer at Oak Mountain Academy for anybody that's interested in engaging.
Patrick Yuran, Andrew Carnes, Kimberly Robinson, and Brandon Bain, thank you all for joining us on the program today.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you for all tuning in at home and on our live stream. We'll see you next time.